I know that, guys. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals, Thursday, February 27th, 2025 meeting. Can we do the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Okay, the first thing up, we have a reserved decision.
So this is for appeal number 2023-033, Kathleen Glass, 120 Louise Court, Riverhead, Suffolk County Tax Map number 600-17-1-8.3, RA40 zoning for proposed pool house accessory structure, trellis and in-ground pool in front yard. Applicant requests variances and/or relief from Chapter 301-9A1A, where proposed pool, trellis, and cabana are located in the front yard, not permitted. This was reopened due to a change in the nature of relief, change in size of the pool cabana.
Mr. Chairman, the rest of the board, this board makes the following findings of fact and grants the above-mentioned amendment, in part with conditions. The accessory structure located within the front yard, to wit, roofed-over pavilion with refrigerator, sink and sitting area, and enclosed mediation space with bathroom, shall be for seasonal use and not improved with a positive heating supply to the structure or converted area, B, energy conservation measures such as insulation to protect from heat loss, or C, a potable year-round water supply which is protected from freezing, or if water is supplied on a year-round basis. Should the property owner have the desire to convert the enclosed area into habitable space, accessory apartment, the requisite permits and approvals pursuant to Chapter 105 shall apply. In addition, the mediation space shall remain open with the exception of the bathroom, and no walls may be constructed to partition any space within the structure, shall not be further expanded, nor shall structure be improved with kitchen facilities or laundry facilities, including but not limited to cooking appliances, range, stove, cooktop, microwave, refrigerator, cabinets, kitchen sink, washing machine, or dryer, except the pool pavilion may be improved with a sink and refrigerator proposed and made part of this application. Roofed-over pavilion shall remain open and shall not be enclosed, with the exception of the mediation space. And the accessory structure located within the front yard, to wit, roofed-over pavilion with refrigerator, sink and sitting area, and enclosed mediation space with bathroom, shall not be used for overnight sleeping accommodations, nor shall either be offered for use, be it gift, license, or lease, for overnight accommodations, recreational or special events, or operation of a business, and instead, same is limited to use as accessory to the single-family residence. Application shall be required to maintain all stormwater on site. The building inspector shall determine the appropriateness of a requirement for the SWPPP or erosion control plan to ensure stormwater is being managed and maintained on site, and determined if such other approvals related to Town Code, Chapter 229, excavation and grading, have been or are adequately addressed during building permit process.
Yes. Moved and
So
seconded.
moved.
Okay,
Second.
all right. Moved and seconded. Mr. Barnes,
Aye.
Mr. Portia,
Aye.
Castillo,
Aye.
and I vote aye. So your variance has been granted, and good luck.
Thank you.
Whoever's here.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have appeal number 2024-038, Claude Miceli, 99 Cliff Road East, Wading River, Suffolk County Tax Map number 600-27-3-25, Residence B80 zoning for as-built addition to residence. Applicant requests variances and relief from Chapter 301-31, where impervious surface coverage is 43.4% and the maximum allowed is 15%. This was adjourned from January 23rd, 2025 to correct appeal documents.
Evening, Board.
Yep. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name and address.
Justin Phillips, NYCD Group, 270 Spagnoli Road, Suite 210, Melville, New York, 11747.
Go right ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, Board. Again, my name is Justin Phillips. I'm here this evening representing Mr. Claude Miceli, owner of 99 Cliff Road East, Wading River. We're here this evening to request a variance from the Town Zoning Ordinance, Chapter 301-31, to maintain the existing impervious surface coverage of 43.4%, where the maximum allowable is 15%. Mr. Miceli purchased the property in March of 2018 and appeared before this board in January 2019 for variance approval to maintain an accessory wood deck in the front yard under Appeal Number 2019-002. Where approval was granted and subsequently building permit number 21-0830 was issued. Upon attempting to close out that building permit, the building department reviewed the final survey provided and noted that the impervious surface coverage calculation referenced in the survey exceeded the allowable coverage and would require a variance from the zoning board, which brings me here this evening. At the time of the 2019 hearing, the property was not in compliance with the allowable maximum impervious surface coverage, nor was it at the time of the town's rezoning of the area in 2004. I reference this only to explain that the property is a pre-existing and non-conforming lot per town zoning ordinance for zone RB80, as are all of the adjoining properties. The minimum lot area for a parcel in zone RB80 is 80,000 square feet. The subject property is 6,000 square feet. The existing residence itself covers 16% of the lot, and as such, the residence alone exceeds the zoning ordinance. The undersized lot with the pre-existing residence in the RB80 zoning district creates a non-self-imposed undue hardship. The subject property has sufficient permeable area for drainage, and no rainwater will be directed to neighboring properties. The existing pavers have been in place for some time, and my client has not received any complaints from any of the adjoining properties. Additionally, the existing lot coverage is in line with the surrounding properties and is in character with the neighborhood. Lastly, I'd like to note that this board has previously granted similar relief for a neighboring property at 63 Cliff Road East under Appeal Number 2020-014, where approval was granted for 41.2% of impervious surface coverage. That property is the same lot size and only 9 houses away from my client on the same side of Cliff Road East.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the additional impervious surface? I see it's pavers, is that?
Yes, so there's some on-grade pavers, a walkway on the west side of the property, and then some paved areas on the east side in what is used as a side yard.
What is the large parcel or covered area with pavers on the west side there towards Cliff Road? What is that?
That is a masonry block paver area, so there is, they are pavers on a sand base, and that's used as a seating area when the weather's warm for my client and his wife.
Okay. You guys have anything?
Not me. Nothing. Okay.
Anybody in the audience that would like to address this variance?
Okay.
Anne Marie, good?
Mr. Chairman and the rest of the board, with respect to Appeal Number 2024-038, I move that the appeal of Claude Miceli, 99 Cliff Road East, Wading River, SCTM number 600-27-3-25, Residence B80, RB80 zoning, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301-31, where proposed impervious surface coverage is 43.4% and the maximum allowed is 15%, be granted in accordance with the applications and sketches with amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
Second.
All right. Mr. Barnes?
Aye.
Mr. Shutter?
Aye.
Mr. Gazzillo?
Aye.
And I vote aye. So your variance has been granted, and good luck.
Thank you, Board. Have a good evening.
Take care.
Next, we have appeal number 2025-004, Herb Steiger, 135 Hidden Acres Path, Wading River, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-96-1-14.25, Residence B80 zoning for a proposed in-ground pool. Applicant requests variances and/or relief from Town Code Chapter 301-29A1B, where proposed accessory side yard abutting street setback is 18 feet and minimum required is 60 feet.
Please raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Please state your name and address.
Andrew Malguina, 713 Main Street, Port Jefferson, agent.
Okay.
So we're requesting a proposed pool in the side yard. It's a corner lot. It's just the optimal location for this pool, for this yard. There are large trees in the middle, and if the pool was to be relocated to other places, they would have to remove a significant amount of trees to accommodate. If the board has any questions.
There is an issue about the shed. Would your client be amenable to moving that shed the way it is now? It's outside the code, to at least 5 feet from the rear property lines?
Yes.
All right. Anybody else?
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak?
All right, Mr. Chairman, with respect to appeal number 2025-004, I move that the appeal of Herb Steiger, 135 Hidden Acres Path, Wading River, SCTM number 600-96-1-14.25, residence B880 RB80, zoning, for variance and/or relief from Town Code Chapter 301-29A, Subdivision 1, Subdivision B, where proposed accessory side yard abutting street setback is 18 feet, where minimum required is 60 feet, be granted subject to the existing shed be located at least 5 feet from the side and rear property lines as required by the Town Code, Chapter 301-29A, Subdivision 1D, and to be so reflected on a final survey, and this in accordance with the applications and sketches with amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
A second.
All right. Mr. Barnes?
Aye.
Mr. Porsche?
Aye.
Mr. Gazzillo?
Aye.
And I vote aye. So your variance has been granted. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Two.
Good night.
Lastly, we have appeal number 2024-034, Fisher Realty Group, 940 to 946 West Main Street, Riverhead, Suffolk County Tax Map Numbers 600-124-3-1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 600-125-2-5.2. Conic River Community Zoning Use District, proposed commercial buildings and site alterations. Applicant requests variances and/or relief from Chapter 301-162A, where proposed floor area ratio is 77.5% and maximum permitted is 60%. Chapter 301-162A, where proposed impervious surface coverage is 59.26%, maximum permitted is 40%. And Chapter 301-162B, where proposed landscaped area is 40.75% and the minimum required is 50%. This was adjourned from January 23rd, 2025, after the receipt of amended plans.
All right, before you begin, Council, for the record, let me indicate, as indicated, the matter was adjourned from January 23rd of this year, as the applicant provided amended plans and the Zoning Board of Appeals wanted the following. 1, an opportunity to digest and examine the changes, and 2, we are awaiting a response to our request to obtain an updated staff report from the Planning Department. While this board did not receive an updated report, the entire Zoning Board of Appeals did take all the available time to review said plans and the testimony provided and the questions posed at prior hearings. If the applicant or any representative or whoever else would like to speak tonight, please feel free to do so, but please, for the sake of the record, don't repeat anything that's already contained in the record. Counsel, your appearance.
Good evening. Richard Eisenberg, Meyer Swazi Law Firm, Garden City, New York. Good evening. As a result of guidance from the last hearing in January, our project architect has been in touch with the zoning administrator and has submitted clarifications and responded to questions from the Planning and Zoning Department, and the latest revision, which does not make material changes to the requested zoning variances. The latest revision is dated February 21st, 2025, and with the board's permission, we would simply like to submit that, to have that included in the record as a result of our follow-on discussions with the town office. And we have, obviously, we have project architect here if there are any follow-on questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, members of the board. Basically, what I did is I put together just a highlighted copy of the site plan that we hope to proceed with in the continued review with the planning department. After the previous meeting, as per the attorney for the zoning board, which really worked out well, it was a good idea to go to the chief zoning official of the town, Mr. Bergman. We sent him a copy of revisions that we incorporated last time. We communicated back and forth by email, and the last email we received was from Mr. Bergman on the 21st of February. This also went to Ms. Prudenti as the attorney for the zoning board, and it was referenced Blackman Properties ZBA issues confirmed. And it said, Marty, confirming for the group that this accurately reflects our earlier conversation. Thank you, Greg Bergman. Now, the earlier conversation was the result of an email that I sent to him after our previous meeting, which covered the following topics. One, that the landscaped area, and I had mentioned these a few times just that we wanted clarity for ourselves also after the last meeting. The landscape covered area over the ramp to the lower level at Building 2 is considered landscaped area and is not included in the impervious area calculation. If you look at Building 2, it's that little yellow highlighted area. I wanted to make sure that that was considered landscaping. And 2, the Building 1 interior vehicle ramp is not considered floor area for FAR. The building area is basement, 40,000 minus 3,300 ramp, 36.7, first floor, same exact dimensions, and the second and third floors both 40,000 for a total building area, one area of 153,400. The building 2 lower level covered area, building 2 has an area below that it cuts in below the first floor for maneuverability in turning into that lower level for vehicles. The lower level covered area at cellar vehicle entry is not considered floor area for FAR. The building area is as follows: the first floor, 21,000, mezzanine, 5,100, basement, 21,000 square feet minus the 1,300, which is that little indent, at the covered ramp area equals 19,700 for a total building area of 40,700 square feet. The next bullet item I sent to him was that the area of both buildings is now 194,100 square feet, which is the total above, for an FAR of 75.17, which is actually slightly lower through our process here from the original appeal, which was 77.5. So that's been reduced a little bit. Also, he had questioned whether we had our parking was in compliance, and on the previous plan, we had some of the building 1 areas omitted for like elevators and stairs. That was a change that was made to the code subsequent to our submission. So he pointed that out to me. I did take those areas out and I recalculated the parking calculations. We confirmed that we had to add 1 additional car for building 1, and we had adequate parking in compliance with the code for building 2. So with that, we had to add 1 car at building 1, and if you look at the very front of building 1, you'll see that where the 5 is highlighted in yellow. That's the 1 space that we had to add. So we added 1 parking space. And that 200 square foot increase for that parking space, the impervious site surface will now be 128,982 divided by the area of the site, 258,200, equals 49.95%. That also is down from the 59.26%, which was the original request. And finally, based on the impervious surface calculation, mirror image of that, the remaining landscaped area of the site will be 129,218. If you divide that by the site area of 258,200, it results in 50.05%, which negates the required variance for the 50% landscaping. Those are the bullet items that were reviewed with Mr. Bergman that he refers to in his email, saying that he was confirming for the group that this accurately reflects the conversation with regard to the particulars of the property in terms of the zoning schedule as they affect the appeal. And on the second page, just for the chart, the same chart that was on the first page, I just made a copy of that full size. It's a little bit easier to read the numbers.
Much easier to read.
Yeah, it is.
That's all we have at this time. Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody in the audience?
So, Mr. Sanluski, can I ask you one question? So, at the last hearing before the Zoning Board of Appeals, you had presented amended plans. I provided those 8:30 a.m. Friday morning to Mr. Bergman. With respect to this plan here, is it identical but for the one additional parking space?
Correct.
Thank
That
you.
is correct. And also, in the previous,
And the calculations are updated as reflected in
correct.
what you just
And he
provided?
wanted, yes, and he wanted to verify the parking. We did have the omitted area in Building 1 for stairs and elevators. We took that out and only resulted in a very minor change in the parking. We added the one car for that. Correct. That was the only change.
Okay.
Anybody else?
In response to his review.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of people out.
Anybody else?
Yes, right. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak on this application, variance? Okay.
All right, Mr. Chairman, respectfully, in the matter of appeal number 2024-024, I make a motion that the Zoning Board of Appeals close the hearing with reserved decision to be given at a future date to be determined upon the completion of the CEQA by the Planning Board as lead agency, which is required before this board can take action.
That's where we stand.
Second.
All right, Mr. Barnes,
Aye.
Mr. Portia,
Aye.
Gazillo,
Aye.
and I vote aye, so that's where we stand.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have minutes?
We do, the minutes from January 23rd, 2025.
So moved. All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
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 Adjournment?
Next meeting date is March 13th, 2025.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.